Alright, so let's break down this trap flick. Imagine a serial killer, nicknamed the Butcher, finding himself surrounded by 30,000 screaming fans and 300 cops at a pop concert. Tagline, no escape. Classic M. Night Shyamalan, right? You're instantly thinking, okay, what's the mind-bending twist this time? That's the Shyamalan special, a wild premise with an even wilder curveball. Will Trap join the ranks of his hits like The Sixth Sense or stumble like After Earth? Let's dive in. This Morph guy on YouTube is giving us the lowdown in his Trap full movie breakdown. He spills the beans pretty early. Cooper, played by Josh Hartnett, who's been popping up again lately in stuff like Black Mirror and Oppenheimer, is indeed the Butcher. We see him at the concert with his teenage daughter, and bam, he's checking on a captive in his basement via a phone app. Hartnett's always watchable, and Morph rightly points out his resurgence. Now, the concert itself is for a singer named Lady Raven, who happens to be Shyamalan's own daughter. Morph thinks the extended concert scenes are pointless, but apparently, the whole movie concept sprang from the idea of weaving an album into a film. So, there you have it. Lady Raven even did music for Shyamalan's Old and The Show Servant. Things kick off when the Butcher notices the police swarming the venue. He asks a merch guy what's up, and the dude spills the beans about the whole thing being a trap for him. Here's where Morph calls suspension of disbelief strike number 1. Apparently, everyone on staff knows about this sting operation, even had a morning briefing. And this random staffer just blabs to a known serial killer and gives him his password? Yeah, right. Morph nails it by saying that while people might act this way, the police never would involve so many people in a delicate operation like this. So, Cooper's panicking, trying to find a way out. Cue some chaotic distractions, a pushed drunk lady, exploding fryer oil, ouch for that worker. But no escape. Then comes the sob story, leukemia-stricken daughter, needs to go on stage with Lady Raven, all of those Taylor Swift meet and greets. Cooper smooth talks his way backstage. Morph praises Hartnett's charismatic performance here, those unsettling smiles and looks. But the backstage is also crawling with cops, so plan foiled. Time for suspension of disbelief strike number 2. Cooper corners Lady Raven, pulls the "my daughter has leukemia" card, and asks for a private chat. Morph rightly questions any pop star's security letting a random dude get a one-on-one. In the back room, Cooper reveals the captive on his phone, threatening to release carbon monoxide unless Lady Raven helps him and his daughter escape in her limo. No police checks. Oh, and by the way, he's the Butcher. Surprisingly, she agrees. They hop in the limo, and Lady Raven suggests a detour to their house. The daughter's thrilled, naturally. Morph points out that this is a major shift from the trailers, which made it seem the whole movie was contained in the concert. We're halfway through, outside the venue, with an hour left. At the house, Lady Raven fakes needing the bathroom, grabs Cooper's phone, and video calls the hostage. She asks about landmarks. He mentions a broken lion statue and a blue door. Then comes suspension of disbelief strike number 3. Lady Raven goes live to her massive fanbase, asking if anyone knows of these landmarks. In seconds, someone in the chat says it sounds familiar and they'll tell their uncle. Morph is incredulous, the internet's good, but this good? And a huge pop star going to a stranger's house and being left alone? Unlikely. Morph thinks these leaps in logic might be intentional, a throwback to cheesy 90s thrillers. He just found it annoying. Lady Raven opens the door to find Cooper, his family vanished. He sees the hostage has already been rescued, lightning fast. Furious, he takes Lady Raven to his wife's car in the garage. But plot twist. His family is blocking the exit. This throws Cooper for a loop. He, the meticulous planner, Shyamalan calls his foresight a superpower, didn't consider they could escape the upstairs window since the house was near a tree. This gives him a breakdown. Lady Raven seizes the chance, slips out of the limo, and joins the family. She'd texted the limo driver to call the cops, who now storm the house. A SWAT officer tells the limo driver to get out and offers Lady Raven a ride. Obvious fake-out alert. It's the butcher in disguise. Morph questions why the real limo driver would leave and why the police would let a key witness drive off in the middle of a raid before getting her statement. None of it makes sense, he says. Surprise! SWAT butcher reveals himself, handcuffs Lady Raven in the limo, and says he's taking her somewhere quiet. Except they get stuck in traffic. Lady Raven lowers the window, her fans recognize her, and she cries for help. Cooper puts the window up, but she breaks free, and the police instantly arrive. They surround the car, shoot it up, but it's just clothes propped up. He's escaped again. So, no big final twist, just him escaping. Morph thinks Shyamalan watched Dexter and mixed it with the concert trap idea. Instead of one big twist, it's a series of smaller, predictable ones. The real twist, according to Shyamalan, is the movie's structure, the shift halfway through when they leave the concert. But Morph feels the second half is a mess of uninspired twists that only work because the characters are dumb. The ending, Morph believes, is supposed to make us root for Cooper like Dexter. But Morph felt no such sympathy for this pretty bad guy who just keeps evading the police. No growth, no lessons learned, leaving Morph pretty flat. He wonders if this connects to Shyamalan's superhero trilogy, Split, Glass, Unbreakable, with the Butcher as a potential supervillain with an escape artist brain. Shyamalan even called Cooper's compartmentalization a superpower and the movie an origin story of sorts. But standing alone, Morph thinks it doesn't hold up. He generally likes Shyamalan's work, about 50% of the time, and respects his self-financing. But Trap is a miss for him. So, what's the movie really about? Shyamalan says it's Lady Raven versus Cooper, a battle of ideologies. She's connected through tech and the internet, embracing vulnerability as her strength. Cooper is isolated, his public persona fake, disconnected from the unified crowd at the concert, symbolized by everyone holding up their phones. Lady Raven's superpower is her connection to the crowd, which helps save the hostage. Ultimately, Morph says if you can suspend disbelief and enjoy a silly ride, you might like Trap. For him, it was a miss due to the dumb characters. He ends by asking for viewers' thoughts and suggestions for future movie breakdowns.
Text prompting viewers to comment and subscribe. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates on this developing story.